We've all thought about it, haven't we? Chucking in the job, moving to France and running your own vineyard. But what if you make that move, just as the industry suffers its worst summer for 60 years? Russell Labby takes up the story of one Cornishman with a lot of bottle.
It's a race against time. Mark must finish his grape harvest before autumn sets in. He's gambled on leaving it until the last possible minute, and now he's paying the price.
You can't help think of all the money we spent getting the grapes to this stage, and we lost them nearly at the 11th hour, so yeah, it's quite upsetting, really.
He gave up a promising high-tech career to follow his dream. Is it about to turn into a nightmare? Cornwall's Mark Hellyer already had a life many would envy. He was a software designer and his wife worked at the BBC. But something wasn't right.
I enjoyed it, but it was missing something for me, and I'd probably describe that as soul.
So, what did he do? He took a huge risk and bought Chateau Civrac, 25 acres of rundown vineyard near Bordeaux.
It hasn't been lived in for 70 years, and the vineyard hadn't been touched, so I guess a lot of people would be put off by the fact that there wasn't stuff here, it wasn't fully prepared, but for us, it was a blank canvas.
The previous owner left the tanks full of 2005 vintage. Mark threw most of it away but bottled the rest and took some back to Cornwall, where it's been well received at exclusive restaurants like Number 6 at Padstow.
Lots of fruit in there, 50% Cabernet Sauvignon, 25 Merlot, 25 Malbec, hand harvested, finished in a mixture of new and old oak.
Delicious, huh? It's fantastic.
I think
So, Mark had every reason to believe he was backing a winner. But he had his work cut out. The vineyard needs a makeover. Mark plans to renovate this 18th century house and bring his family across. But first, he has to make a success of the vineyard, so grapes are his #1 priority.
The first thing we did was to prune the vines to put them in order. The second thing was to put fertiliser on. It was chicken manure, actually, from England, believe it or not, pelleted chicken manure. The difference between the vines from this year to last year is just extraordinary.
So, at the start of the 2007 season, he's full of optimism and hoping for a 30% increase in output. But then he's hit, like all French winemakers, with the industry's worst summer in 60 years. Mark's right-hand man spends July and August waiting for the sun to appear.
Horrible time. It was like a nightmare. It was like a nightmare, but I'm like all of the winemaker here. We are all looking at when we wake up in the morning, we are putting the eyes at the windows and, oh, bad time. And the day after, oh, bad time. So that's hard.
They're forced to take desperate measures. It's late in the season and most of Mark's neighbours have picked their grapes, but Vianney persuades Mark to leave his on the vine. This way they have the best chance of reaching maturity and producing quality wine, but it's a massive gamble.
Don't tell it to Mark. The first time when I met him, he asked me to do the best wine as I can. And that's a part of the risk. It's to have the best maturity for the grapes. That's why we must keep the grapes on the vine.
So, will Vianney's gamble pay off? The harvest starts promisingly at the beginning of October. They grow and blend 3 grape varieties, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot and Malbec. Mark gets stuck in with his 25 pickers on the Malbec.
What we're doing is picking the grapes, and we're hand sorting while we pick. Picking out the ones that we don't want, basically, and those are ending up on the floor, as you can see. So any grapes which are not ripe, are too ripe, have got any disease, like those there, they will go. Any leaves, you don't want leaves.
Civrac is keeping up an ancient tradition. Most grapes are picked by machine, a method that's shunned by Mark because, according to Vianney, it can't produce the quality they're after.
grapes are not all the time the same. You have some maturity sometimes, and sometimes the grapes are not mature. So the machine is taking everything. I don't really like it. I prefer to do it by hand.
The only concession to modernity at Civrac is the de-stemming machine. But are they getting the quality Vianney demands? It's crunch time. With the harvest in full swing, Mark's due a visit from his wine consultant. His opinion is crucial.
Look, it's very fabulous.
The colour is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
It's very sweet as well, isn't it? You can feel the sugar. It looks like we've made the right decision, waiting to harvest for another 2 weeks.
Yeah. Look the color. It's fabulous.
Mm.
Remember the grape, and now is the juice.
Mm-hmm. Fruity, sweet.
Sweet.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's for Jamie Oliver. Come on!
Olivia's my consultant. I've learned everything from him.
He likes me.
So, can Englishmen make French wine?
It's very impossible. I am sure, yes, I am sure.
So, things are looking pretty good, with the Malbec anyway. But the following day is a disaster. They've lost 30% of their Merlot. The poor summer has left it ravaged by mildew, and the pickers have to spend most of the day cutting away withered grapes.
It's very depressing seeing the bad grapes, isn't it?
That's the life of for wine growers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a hard beginning for you.
Yeah, it's a hard year, and it's quite depressing seeing that.
Mark reckons they're 9,000 bottles down on his target, and as if that's not bad enough, the next day it rains and the pickers are laid off. Rainwater would dilute the wine. Mark and Vianney can't hide their disappointment.
Yeah, woke me up.
Me too.
5 o'clock?
At 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
I think we were both looking out the windows.
Yeah. So, so no harvest today.
Now they're really up against it. They must get their crop in as soon as possible before they lose the rest of it. Mercifully, the rain clears, and before it's back again, they get just enough good weather to pick the rest of the grapes. It's been a roller coaster ride for Mark, but there is a silver lining.
We were hoping to be 30% up on 2006. We're actually 10% down. So that's a big hit. But I guess the positive thing is we've got quality, even if we haven't got quantity.
It's enough to make a man turn to drink, but Mark's not ready to call time just yet.
Every morning I think, what am I doing exactly? And every evening I think, yeah, I know why I'm doing this.
Thank you. Feel better now.
It's just a fair thing to do, and I'm very, very lucky to be able to do it.
Mark's cautiously optimistic he'll get the thumbs up from the wine establishment when they taste his 2007 vintage next March. Whatever their verdict, one thing's for sure, Mark is sticking around. I'll drink to that.